Let's make a 3D printable cable clip with a screw hole in Plasticity because, well, I was tired of seeing cables dangling from my desk. Oh, by the way, if you do not want to model the whole thing, you can grab the finished version from Maker World, link in the video description. So I've got a new scene here, and I'm going to select perspective mode as always. I'm going to grab the corner rectangle, and I'm going to make it 12 millimeters by 9.2. I did take some measurements beforehand, so we're not going to go in completely blind. Obviously, depending on the cables you use and your specific needs, you will have to change these. Then I'm going to select the face. I'm going to push it up 2 millimeters. I'm going to go to the side view, grab my center circle, and make a 7 millimeters circle. Obviously, again, depending on the cable that you need to retain, you will have to change the size. I'm going to select my line tool. I'm going to split this in two. And before I do anything else, I want to move it. So I'm going to select the circle, hit GF, select this point here on the circumference. I'm going to move it here to the edge, press enter, then G again, and I'm going to move it up because this is the inner diameter. I will need some space for the cable to be inserted. Obviously, the section is circular, so it's going to need that amount of space. I'm going to hit enter again, and then T to trim. I'm going to remove the extras, go back to my perspective view, then hit 2 to select edges and curves. Extrude this to the side. I don't need to go all the way to the end for now. It's fine. I'm going to remove the extras that I have here. And then I'm going to thicken this. So F, thick, and I'm going to push it and set it to -2 millimeters. So effectively, this is now the same size as the bottom rectangle. So I'm going to select this face and push K, then select this other face so that it matches perfectly. Remove the sheet that we had at the beginning because we're not going to need it. Then select the bottom faces of the semicircle there, and I'm going to extrude them down. Once again, I don't really care where they go because I can just go back, select that face, hit K, and then select the bottom face to have it match perfectly. Now it's time for the screw hole. So I'm going to go back to the top view. I'm going to select my circle, and I'm going to try to find somewhere near the center of this face. Since I can't do it this way, I'm probably going to just merge QQ the two forms. So I'm going to have it. There you go. I measured this before, and I think 3.4 millimeters is fine. So I'm going to make that hole. Shift I to imprint the curve, and then I will remove the original circle. I'm going to push through. And now, depending on the screws you have and the countersink type of angle that you have, you will have to change this bevel. I found that the screws that I use have an extra sort of countersink angle. I don't really care about that because it's thin enough. So I'm just going to leave it at something like, let's see, something like -1.6. Probably going to be enough. And because I want to cut myself when I screw these in, I'm going to round these off a little bit, just a little bit to make it nicer. Actually, why don't we go ahead and do that here as well, because we can. There you go. So this is done now. I'm going to export it. I'm going to save it as screw clip. I already have one with that name, so I'm going to just override it. Make sure the density is set to 1, hit OK. Then open your slicer. In this case, I'm using Bamboo Studio. I'm going to drag my STL in, and now important, we don't want to print it this way. We want to print it on this side. So I'm going to select lay and face, select that face. And well, obviously you can make as many copies as you want. And then slice. 0.2 I found is pretty decent for this type of print. And then just go ahead and print. That's all for today's video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe for more. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.